It's a busy weekend for Manchester United, securing their first piece of silverware. I don't know why the entrance to the clip was an American flag. I guess we are in America, and everything has to have some sort of an American reference. Paul Pogba was also in Miami. Nobody cares.
Wow,
Nobody cares.
That was like the. I don't mean anything derogatory about this. That sounded exactly like the voiceover for TMZ.
Interesting.
You ever see TMZ live and they have like the breaks in it? It's that voice.
Does it mean to have the breaking news voice?
You have like a breaking news voice.
Interesting. Could be a potential career.
Anyway. What do you say, Zlatan or Pogba? Or both?
Both. So we're going to touch on both. So the headline is going to be, we'll talk about Paul Pogba. Okay. We've done several clips on Paul Pogba at the moment. Is he worth the money? But it seems minor any major upset of him not passing a medical, which I don't see happening because he looked in impeccable shape when he was playing basketball shirtless in Miami with
friends.
Lukaku. Whoa, I tried to do that all in the one breath. That was pretty hard. Either way, yeah, he looks in impeccable shape. They're going to have to talk the formality of his contract, which I'm sure will be just mouth-watering, head-splitting amount of money for him. But they're paying £89 million, I believe, which works out in somewhere between $116 to $120 million if the pound and dollars don't fluctuate any more than what it seems to be doing. So it's quite a bit of pocket change. He breaks the record, becoming the most expensive signing to have ever been bought for a club football team. Not the best bit of business on paper from Manchester United, who sold them at $1.5 million back in the day and had to spend a good $87.5 million to buy him back, considering. So they shed some money. It's no skin off their nose, no water off their back, whatever saying you want to conjure up. They're getting their man, and they're ready to tackle this season.
No hair off their chest.
No hair off their chest. No gel off
their hair.
Their hair. No hair shed from Wayne Mooney's scalp.
So it's official, which is nice.
Yes,
because,
finally.
You know, I don't think I've ever followed a more infuriating transfer center news wire than Pogba. It's not that I didn't care towards the end. It's just a matter of, all right, when it gets official and I actually see this guy on the pitch in a Manchester United shirt, then I'll believe he's there. Well, it looks like we have an official signing. And that's important because it's newsworthy. Having said that, we have talked extensively about what he will do with that team, mostly you. I haven't really said all that much because I kind of just go, Francis, what's he going to do for the team? However, it's a good midfield position if he actually turns out to be the potential player that he is. Well, that's going to make them a devastatingly strong forward team because Zlatan looks like he's getting very, very comfortable in Manchester.
He is comfy. His feet are up. He's got the pillows rested. He's got a beer in one hand. He's probably non-alcoholic. And he just seems to be enjoying himself already. Now, this is actually a funny tweet I got before I'll throw to my tweet. That someone said to me, nobody cares about the Community Shield until Manchester United wins it. Oh, let's be fair. Manchester United fans, who we have many in the comment section, will probably rip that poor guy apart.
Why would they?
I can't help but agree in certain cases. Like, nobody really cares about the Community Shield or whatever you want to call it these days until, like, a big team are involved in it. Manchester United use this as a springboard forward to the season. Like, it is to build confidence. I don't see it any more value than a preseason game with a nice trophy at the end. I don't think it indicates anything. How many Community Shield winners have we seen go on not to really, perform as good in the Premier League? It really doesn't matter as much. But for Manchester United, I can't sit here and disregard their win because they've been looking for something to build their confidence. They looked okay in pre-season. They've had some good moments. And after last season, you can't blame them for being optimistic when their number one signing before Pogba joins scores the winning goal. You can't complain.
Okay, first of all, it's not just a trophy. It's actually a practical item in case there's a raid at the stadium that you can use to defend. Second of all,
Captain America is looking for it back.
Second of all, why is Jose Mourinho the most unimpressed manager, maybe the most unimpressed human in the world? I thought he was going to fall asleep in his press conference. I started watching all the manager press conferences, looking for the ones that are exciting. I think Klopp is the type of guy you want to hang out with. I think Mourinho is the type of guy that if you're left alone with at a party, like, you're going to look for more and more alcohol to make that man more interesting.
He's never entertained.
He's not entertained.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Like, that duo between him and Zlatan is hilarious.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And by the way, getting on to that, Zlatan said some pretty Zlatan-esque things. There's numerous quotes running around. One of my favorites was one that I threw up on Twitter. You can check this out here. I'm used to winning trophies. I didn't come to Manchester to waste time. So that was obviously taken from a rather extensive quote where Zlatan said that, he's not fazed by their ability to win trophies. He understands coming to a team like Manchester United is going to have huge expectations, hence why he wanted to come here, and he didn't come to waste his time. Many people have stated that Zlatan is past it, blah, blah, blah.
No.
If he himself felt he was past it, knowing his ego, I don't think he would have put himself in the situation to fail. He wants to put himself in a situation where he knows he can succeed, he knows his body, which I talked about previously. The guy's in impeccable shape still, and he's altering his movement so that he isn't using his energy redundantly. He's not running around to try and make things happen. He's putting himself into positions where he can be effective, hence for the goal. And Manchester United emerged victorious. It wasn't the most glorious game I've seen. Leicester City were unlucky in the second half. They had plenty of chances to go on and potentially score. They look quick going forward. Musa looks a dangerous player. Fellaini looks as disastrous as possible with that nice assist to Jamie Vardy
there?
with his blonde hair. Maybe because he dyed his hair blonde, he went up to Mourinho and went, "Coach, I've dyed my hair like Messi's. I'm going to play like Messi."
Yeah, that's a lot of people think that. My question for you, though, going forward for Manchester United, I literally mean that going forward into the season on August 13th and actually going forward on attacks. The combination of size and speed between a Pogba and a Zlatan, who are tall and strong, and then, of course, guys like the young bloods, Rashford, Lingard, who are small and quick.
Yeah.
That combination, if it comes together, seems like a combination that's going to score goals. And that's got to be the most important thing. And I say that because last year they couldn't buy a goal if they couldn't buy a goal if they took the goalie out of the equation.
Yeah, they struggled a lot for goals last year. That's why. But again, a lot of people mask that inability to score and somewhat defensive stability for trying to make excuses for the fact that Manchester United didn't have to buy a world-class leader of a centre-back, which I felt they still had to. Bailly looks good. Bailly looks good at the back. He's young, composed, quick, athletic. Like, I think that Jose Mourinho will be the man to try and help groom him. It's not notoriously Jose Mourinho's best quality is grooming youth, but he does know how to put out a team that he's confident in going forward. He doesn't speak at all. I mean, how can you be groomed if you don't get talking to?
How do you talk these days?
But he will speak more often in a press conference. Trust me, when Jose Mourinho has a point and has something he wants to get off his chest, he will make sure that everyone hears it. Going forward, it's all about having the perfect chef to put together all these great ingredients, because they do have some phenomenal ingredients. Jesse Lingard, who a player that I've considered mediocre at times with moments of brilliance, shows that he definitely deserves a stake at potentially playing for this team. He has a great solo goal, shows great enthusiasm taking players on one-on-one, embarrasses Wes Morgan, who dives in a little too much in the game for my liking, not showing the same composure already that I seen last season. Puts him on his ass, goes through one-on-one, and slots home a composed finish. Gives Manchester United some confidence going forward. It's all about figuring out the right system. It has to be a learning curve as well. Manchester United fans that are expecting immediate success, there's the door. It's not going to all click straight away. They need to understand that trying to fit in all these players that in their own teams, respectively, were the main go-to. Wayne Rooney is the main go-to at Manchester United, whether you admit it or not. He's still that figure. Zlatan Ibrahimovic coming in from PSG was the go-to. Pogba, undoubtedly the go-to in that team. It's all about combining all of these moving pieces and hoping that they believe in the same system. Pogba's going to push the tempo. He's quick, he's strong, he is good going forward, he's great in the air. He's going to push the tempo in that midfield. It seems, according to many rumours, that Juan Mata isn't happy with his role in that team, considered to be embarrassed by his inclusion in that team. So it's gonna take some manoeuvring to fit everyone in that team. But if there's one man who can do it, it's Jose Mourinho.
He's a winner. He goes to places and he wins.
Yes.
I mean, and that's why. Just wait till we get to the Premier League preview clip, where I'm going to predict the top 8 in exact order, and I'll have to wait through all the comments section, and then in like 9 months, I'll be sitting here with a printout of the table, being like, I told you,
with your own
exactly in order.
I will get you a blow-up Premier League trophy if you predict at least the top 4.
There's like a blow-up doll.
Ain't that desperate?